win for Bangbus. Then they went to play against Oppo Senta. And I'm not sure if that was played either. And then in the semi-finals, real quick, they played against Venich Remastered. And for Team Kones, real quick, one against Insu Roll 16, one against Raccoons in the quarterfinals, and they won against Palladium in the semi-finals to now face Bangbus in the bracket finals. We're heading live with Map 1 India. And as said, Team Kones will play on the defensive side, and Bangbus, with here Ron, will be on EU. All the players have tuned in. It's just Ron who's still loading. He has now gotten in. Already see a nade kill being made by Ropex on Zenova. That's quite a far nade kill. So I think they already know where the enemy team is. But it will be Chuck making the nade kill onto Ropex. A return nade kill. Vito meanwhile shuts down Julio on the stairs. But he's very low himself now. It seems like Bangbus is preparing for that one push from the stairs. They have all their players lined up. 3 players from Team Kones are defending there. And Chuck is also quite tagged. Let's see if he can come down. He's always playing with that AK-47. That's definitely his signature weapon. They're still trying to get in. They're playing slowly. Mario has also been tagged. Let's take a look at their scope. That will be Ron. Misses his first shot. He has to get 1 or 2 peeks to get in. Looks like Team Kones is now stalling. They get 1 bullet in on Ron, but that won't shake him much. Ron just walks in now. But Diggy will be shutting them down. Gets the 2k. Now it's all on Chuck. Has to do it. Nah, no chance for him. Paralyzed shuts him down, and it will be Team Kones winning that first round. Great job by Diggy getting the 2k frag as soon as Bangbus tried to make that push. And immediately that turns Bangbus' direction over to the spiral. They are going for 2 push. Walker will be waiting for them there. Hasn't seen any action yet, but he should be able to now. It's the first player peek. Misses 2 shots, has to fall back as Paralyzed shuts down Zenova over in mid. He'll be now playing in the mini. Walker gets Julio. Yeah, this is of course nothing new. So we'll just scroll that up. There we are. So a 3v3 situation. I think he's trying to figure out what is going on. Ropex is pre-firing a lot now, but they're leaving the guys quite alone. I actually can't press tab anymore. What the hell's going on? Oh well. Mara's ping slightly going over. Gets shut down by Walker. As Chuck moves in, he gets the kill on Walker. The side has been taken. Chuck's getting the bomb down. He's on his own, a 1v2 situation. Dicky is full. Ropex is quite tagged. So Chuck has a good opportunity here. He knows he has to push out. Goes for the rifle, shuts down Dicky. Yeah, he gets Ropex. Great 1v2 clutch by Chuck. It's funny though, because Chuck is the substitute player, but he's going 6-1 after 2 rounds. And that's definitely the first highlight we get in this game. Yeah, the skins are indeed not allowed. So he has a point. Look at that. Now the pushes are finally happening. Zenova gets the 2k and quite a swift round here. 25 seconds all it took for Bangbus to win that round. Chuck's gonna push down. Got a kill onto Vito. Meanwhile, Julio shuts down Diggy. Trying to fight with Paralyzed. Yeah, they have gotten the side. Bomb is now down. Let's move over to Paralyzed. Aww. Julio's peeks out. Walker gets one. Gets that second frag. Can he get any more? He has to push in. But he's gonna get shot by Zenova. Fourth round is also going to Bangbus. There's definitely a lot going on now. It looks like we have a dead round coming in. Yeah, we do. Dead round indeed coming in. We're going back to the lobby with a 3-1 score. It looks like we will be switching up those items as been mentioned. So here the scores have been updated. I'll just show them real quick. Currently 3-1 in favor of Bangbus. And that's how that works. We have to see though what we're exactly going to do with that. Let's see what we can find out about that. Let's take a look. Alright, so let's see what exactly is going to happen as we head back in. You know, if we take a look at the rules, that means a 1-round loss will be given to the violating team, or 1/2 and 1-on-1 annihilation, but that's of course not relevant. It was indeed noted in the match chat. So it will be 2-2. Sec, there we are.
Operation success. Return to main base. Your efforts are commended. Enemy troops eliminated. Operation success. Return to main base. Your efforts are commended.
Alright, so we're gonna end up with these rounds. One more and then we can resume.
Success. Return to main base. Your efforts are commended. The commander's been hit.
it's just waiting for Ron. Now we'll be able to resume.
Operation success. Return to main base. Your efforts are commended.
Alright, let's go! So this will be round 5 of the first map. We had quite a few hiccups, as you could see. Rawpax again going for that nade. This time though, Zenova is not gonna fall for that. Chuck meanwhile has pushed up on mid quite big. But Walker will be shutting him down from mid. He gets the second as well before getting killed by Mario. It's only Vito defending that 2 side. Oh, he has backup from Paralyzed now. That's good. Dicky gets Zenova. And Ron and Mario will be moving out. Paralyzed is actually pushing them. He's going to get the 2k with that. Quite a risky push to pull off, but it pays off. And Team Kones is going to take the lead yet again, as we have 1 round remaining for them on the NRF side. So meanwhile, quickly go over everything to make sure that everyone has the correct items before we're gonna have mishaps with that again. But it looks all fine now, so that's good. Rawpax has to hold him off on the stairs, and Nova's gonna get a 2k. Chuck will be pushing. There's still Dicky inside. He's going to get 1 kill. Paralyzed will now shut 1 down. One side had almost been controlled, but it's now all on Walker. Mario's gonna get the bomb down. Oh, Walker gets the wallbang on Mario. Ron got hit once. Walker had to reload. And he get the second shot onto Ron. Doesn't look like it. And Ron obviously knows where Walker will be playing at. He pushes out. Walker gets surprised. Still gets the frag. And it's going to be a 1v2 clutch for Walker. A little lag though. He gets it.
Charge defused.
Very strange round indeed. Quite miraculously how Team Kones was able to make so many frags inside that one when it pretty much looked like Bangbus had it secured. But yeah, with a little help of Walker, that 1v2 clutch. They now take a fair lead. Let's see what they can do with that on the NRF side, and we already see Ron rotating. Chuck is playing very aggressive over at 2 side. That could be risky. Nobody's actually holding the mid currently, although Ron's gonna go for that. Free fire coming out. Paralyzed gets shot by Chuck right off the bat. Chuck is still waiting there. They now know where he is. Shuts down Dicky too. It's not gonna help. Chuck is the wall here. But now, finally, Walker will find him. As Julio still waits. Ron, meanwhile, has shut down Vito. Oh, Rawpax has snuck into 1 side out of nowhere. And Walker will be rotating. This is quite a thing for Bangbus. They still are convinced it's going to be a 2. But as soon as Ron rotates, he's going to get surprised by Rawpax. But Rawpax is not covering the base. And if Ron walks in time, then Walker will get stabbed. And now Rawpax is in. Ron is going to walk in. Is going to get caught off guard. He will get the frack indeed. And with Ron now being down, they know they have to rotate. Is Julio going to do the same thing with the wallbangs? Obviously he's going to try it. He's going to try it with some no-scopes. So they know they can't set the bomb now. They try to push. Oh, Rawpax gets one. Zenova, can he get it? No, Rawpax has the 3k. He's still got it on lockdown. Only player left is Julio. And yet again, quite miraculously, Team Kones is trying to bring it back. From a 2v4 all the way to 1v1. Rawpax has to make the 4k here. He will have to push. He is going to push. Oh, and he's gonna get the frag! He gets 4 kills this round. And he completely saves it for Team Kones. Team Kones now really has a fair lead, leading 5-2. And don't forget, this is Bangbus' map. This is not looking good for Bangbus. Maybe the gun thing upset them a little bit. And it might be very well indeed, because now Julio will have to hold up the entire team. Kones with that point but can only get one frag. All of the players are now falling, and it's all on Chuck. But if there's one player who can do it, we all know it. It must be Chuck. Move in. He gets Walker. Has 3 more players to go. He's just gonna walk in as he gets flashed. Got flashed 3 times in total. I don't think he could see anything during the time he pushed in. And with a 6-2 lead, Team Kones is well on their way on securing the first map. Let's see though what Zenova can do now. He has picked up the M40. A paralyzed shuts down Ron straight away in mid. A hard push coming out. Chuck will have to hold them off. First Chuck. There he is. Chuck has to fall back. Gets 1 kill on Diggy. They're still pushing on. Oh, and it will be Julio with that 2k frag. They've now got the bomb secured. Mario is also in sight. Walker is still in mid. Paralyzed is in the garden. And he will have to get the bomb. Is he going to play it risky? Walker gets Zenova. Paralyzed knows they're both inside. This could be good for them. But sooner or later, Paralyzed will have to reload. No, he doesn't even get the time to. Julio shuts him down with that AK-12. And now it is just Walker. Oh, but he goes with too many wallbang opportunities. Mario saw that. He pushes. And finally secures Bangbus yet another round. Still 6-3, and Bangbus will pretty much have to do the impossible. And that's winning 4 more rounds if they still want to win this first one. Dropbacks. He was pre-firing. Already at the pillar. We see a much higher pace of play by Team Kones. That's good to see. Definitely makes the game a lot more exciting. Zenova has to hold off 2 guys at the vent. He'd really go with a nade now. Be able to get quite a bit of damage. He's now on UEV. Now actually gonna throw that grenade. It's not a good one. It's not gonna damage anyone. Smoke's coming out. But yeah, this is the thing. Mario is still watching the stairs, so there's no way really for Team Kones to push in. That smoke was quite useless at that point. Mario gets hit once. Oh, look at that. Team Kones has gotten their way onto the stairs, but Mario will get Diggy. Immediately has bomb control. Zenova gets one. Mario gets the second. Carnage coming out. It's all a Walker. He gets 2. Can he make the 1v5? Nah, Zenova's still there. Well done by him. He's now going positive after those 4 kills had to be made on him. Of course, for the round reset. And Bangbus is still hanging on. They cannot afford to lose a single round. They don't want to drop the first map at least. But for now, they're doing a good job. Oh, look at that. Team Kones tries to make their way into 2-side. But of course, there is Chuck. He now finally gets shut down by Paralyzed with a good pre-fire. He picks up the scope too. Already watching a mini where Ron will be moving out. They push up. This just MPF inside. Well, that's Julio, but he gets killed by Paralyzed. This could possibly be it. Paralyzed has already gotten 3 frags this round. He can still go for the ace. So first, Mario gets him. But that doesn't matter. It will be Team Kones winning that first map. And it will be a 7-4 to conclude it. A bit weird how it started, obviously, with the rules coming into place, with the wrong items being used. But that's all part of the game, unfortunately. It definitely did not help for Bangbus, as they, well, potentially lose the first map because of it. But we're now going to map number 2, a whole new map to try and bring it back. And we are going, interestingly or not, we are going to Aslan. Aslan, obviously, one of the maps we don't see played as much. It has recently been added to the ESL map pool as, well, as we know. Airplane cannot be selected anymore. We had already decided to alternate the maps, which would mainly be Aslan and Fox Hunting, because those are the least played maps. But yeah, with Airplane not being able to be picked, obviously the decision was made to swap that out entirely with Aslan until further ado. So we have to wait. Hopefully the next update on Tuesday will bring that back. So Aslan and Airplane will be able to rotate together with Fox Hunting. Because yeah, as you can see now, Fox Hunting is indeed not going to be played. Yeah, Aslan is interesting. As I said, it has been played for quite a while now in the international lands. If we look at previously AL, AIC, AWC, we have also seen it being played during the Nations Challenge, was actually picked in the grand finals. Then the Netherlands won 3 over Sweden, and now we're gonna see it in a March Cup. I'm excited to see how this pans out. The first thing that I immediately notice is that Bangbus is playing without a scope. They have 1 point men and 4 rifles. Not sure if they really have anyone who could pick up the scope. I mean, usually it would be Julio, aka MPF, picking up the scope. He has actually switched to pointman now. So they don't really have a main scope. But if you look at the other team, at Team Kones, well, you obviously have Walker, who has the main scope. But you also have Paralyzed, who can pick up the scope. We saw that last round, where he got the 3k with it. So they definitely have some more capabilities in scoping. Alright, we are heading back in. As we saw, Team Kones just won the first map on India, 7-4. I'm now going to check what all will be used. Looks like, at least when it comes to the guns, we're pretty much good to go. No big surprises coming out there. So we head live with the first round. We have Team Kones on EU and Bangbus, the NRF side. Take a look at that. Mario, Julio, and Zenova are pushing the library, but nobody is actually there. It's currently only Chuck defending, and he's playing quite far up. He spots Paralyzed. Gonna pre-fire a little bit, but just fall back and not try to take any chances. They know that if they lose this map, they will be degraded, or downgraded really, to the loser brackets, where they'll have to play the finals against either Palladium or I think it's Venage Remastered. Meanwhile, Paralyzed got the opening frag on Chuck, as they're still trying to figure out where they're going, but they will get shot in mid by Zenova. Ron comes in to help. He gets Paralyzed. Julio now shuts down Vito, and slowly but surely all of the players from Team Kones are falling. The bomb is also down, and I don't think they really have a clue where any of the enemy is. Oh, Zenova just walks right into Walkur. Good drag from him as he makes opening frag. But he will get shot by Ron. They now also know where Ropex is. So unless he can pull off a 1v3, it's going to be round for Bangbus. Do not forget, 2 players are fairly tagged. We have Zenova, who's fairly low. It's only... No, never mind. He was already down. Mario was still alive. He was still full HP. Will survive with full HP. And the first round goes to Bangbus. Do not forget, on Aslan, it is slightly easier to defend here. What obviously is important is to have the mid control for the attacking team, as it's not too important for the defending team, because you can still defend the mid from inside 2 and inside 1. Yeah, as soon as you have a site, there are also many ways to still enter the site, so it is not too easy to do to defend it either. There'll definitely prove some difficulties, but the main issue is getting into a side. So let's see how well that will go this round, as we already see Vito pushed up in the mid behind the box there. It's Island, my bad. It's been a while since we called this map. Have to get familiar with the spots as Walker gets some jump shots. There will be Ropex getting the first pick onto Chuck. Actually, Chuck pushing out way too far, so this is pretty much the call for them. Team Kones should know that 2 side will be heavily defended Oh, Walker gets that smoke shot on Mario. But it will be Julio get the 2K frag. Walker waits and gets the return then. Good wait from him. He's obviously hungry for more. It will be Vito shutting down Ron. Zenova's still alive. He has to get the last frags. He gets Vito but can't get Walker. He rounds off with a 3K and will secure a round for Team Kones, making the scores 1-all. It's definitely becoming a little bit closer now. But yeah, as we said, it was fairly hard to get inside. We saw how Julio was able to get those 2K, that 2K frag. But when he pushed out, it was Walker quite anticipating on that, which allowed them to get into the side after all. And again, Walker gets those picks. This time, it's over at the box room. We have Paralyzed also pushing up. A dual scope setup, meanwhile, from Team Kones. Oh, look at that. Paralyzed will not be shook. He goes back. Misses a shot though, but will get saved by Walker before he gets too much damage. And now it is all on Julio. Paralyzed sees the shot being tanked. Ready coming out with a pistol, but will get the frag. And yet another smooth round for Team Kones as they take the lead. Let's take a look at Zenova now for a while and see what he can do. Currently going 3-3 after those 3 rounds have been played. He's going to play quite a risky spot in the mid as he'll try to push up. You know, Ron is just waiting in the base. Quite an open defensive setup with, well, obviously all the corners being covered by Bangbus, apart from the garden actually. Oh, Vito gets the nade kill onto Zenova. That's an important one. He jumped up and obviously saw him. Was able to get him with that MK3A2 grenade. Now Mario and Julio will be under a bit of pressure because Mario will have to watch the mid. He will now get stabbed because Julio's playing too far back. He still gets the 2K onto Vito. That's going to allow Bangbus to still hold on to the side. An important frag made. But quite a defensive mistake as well. Someone had to watch the mid. And yeah, obviously the team play was not on point there. Well, Paralyzed gets to move on, gets the shot on Ron straight away and opens up. Walker will be rotating as Paralyzed is going to push up. He's gonna wait there. Julio is not going to peek either. It's a good decision. What can Paralyzed do? Oh, he's gonna look away. Oh, Leo actually moved in, moved back out, trying to lure Paralyzed away there. As Chuck wants to move up to the mid. And Walker, well, I think he knows there's someone there. He's checking his corners there. Oh, Walker is actually gonna push out. It's like he knew that Chuck was there, and he's going to get that all-important frag. Now MPF, Julio, the only remaining player. Oh, is already getting shot at by both of the players. Almost gets Walker. Paralyzed has meanwhile gone away. A good setup, well team play by Walker and Paralyzed. There was no way he could go with, only if he maybe had smoked the base, but that would cost him some time. And now Team Kones really has a lead. They're now leading 3-1, winning 3 rounds in a row, and it's starting to look quite bad for Bangbus, as they might lose this Winter Racket Finals. Let's take a look at Vito now, who is able to get that all-important nade kill in the last round. He's again going to jump up at all those places, but if he jumps up again, he will spot Ron. He spots Ron. I'm gonna drop the nade. The nade goes over his head. Ron got lucky there. Vito now wants to jump up, make some kills. Meanwhile, Mario shuts down Diggy. haven't seen too much of him this time around. Currently going 2-4, but yeah, it is Walker making business here. He's going 9-2, and he's going for his 10th frag. So we see Mario trying to move in. He's getting a lot of damage, actually not able to hit his shot. And Mario's still alive, again missing a shot. And with Mario the only player standing, he's also low. It's gonna be Vito who's gonna get the bomb down. Again, starting to look like another round for Team Kones. And then it will really be tough for Bangbus to come back from that. Maybe with a nade he can do something. But no, he will get outplayed by Rawpex for the 1. And it doesn't seem like Bangbus currently has an answer to what Team Kones is doing. Let's see what Chuck can do. As he's waiting in one side. He's actually being left all alone. 2 defense is being pressured now by Bangbus. They're trying to figure out whether that works, but they'll really have to win this round. Otherwise, they've pretty much lost these winner bracket finals as Nova shuts down Rawpex in mid. That could be important for them to take this 6th round. And they're playing it the same way as usual. Bangbus not switching up their tactics as much, which is on one hand it's fairly risky, but it's mainly the mids, the way that they defend it. It's currently not working out for them because Team Kones really knows how to work around that. We see Walker trying to go with a lot of wallbangs, but obviously nobody is there. Let's take a look, Walker. So he's gonna move up in the mid as Mario and Diggy trade some kills. Oh, he gets a second actually onto Julio. He's now pretty much got 2 side open, especially with Walker getting Zenova in the mid. They're still in. Ron has to go into 2 side. But Paralyze is inside. Oh, Chuck actually shooting his teammate a little bit. Not working out too well. Paralyze is going to push out to the base. He's gonna wait for Ron to come around that corner. And that could win them the round. Gets the kill on Ron. Chuck will stay alive. He's now gonna rush fast as Dicky gets the bomb down. Chuck knows where he is. And he's gonna get that frag. 1 HP is not gonna be enough for Diggy to secure it. And Chuck gets that all-important round for Bangbus. Making sure that the deficit doesn't become too much, as they're now just lagging 2 rounds behind. So we're gonna switch sides. Now the main question we're gonna look for in this first round on attack for Bangbus is how they are going to work with that. Obviously they'll have to win this one to keep the pressure alive. They know where Walker is. Oh, he gets the kill on Zenova right off the bat. Beautiful shot. But then again, playing too risky, allowing Chuck to get a return frag. Immediately getting 1 scope down on Team Kones' end. But both of the scopes are actually, well, fragging for them. Willow tries to jump up a little bit. Chuck almost has the mid control. He gets Diggy now. Now definitely has mid control. Mario shuts down Vito together with Julio. And 2 sides actually been taken fairly easily by Bangbus. Now Paralyzed and Rawpex will have to take it. Paralyzed will go via base. Rawpex by the mid. Has to get the first. Gonna miss his shot. Switch to his grenade, which definitely won't help him. And round number 7 will go to Bangbus. Looks like their offense definitely is on key. Well, that's definitely what they need, obviously. Rawpex and Walker are playing very far up as they try to cover the box room. Dicky and Paralyzed are in 2. And Vito is actually pushed up quite far. Quite risky as well because they should know where he is. Still gets the frag on Mario, but MPF will deal some damage back. Of course, Julio getting the frag for them. Still has 2 players to go through. 3, no, 2. Zenova actually gonna walk in. Chuck moves in too, and Paralyzed will have to watch both angles. Not gonna work out for them, and again, a 1v4 situation, and they're not even going to give Walker the opportunity. Good offense from Bangbus coming out here, and it does not look like Team Kones currently has an answer for that. Getting a bit repetitive, but they'll have to figure out how they're playing, otherwise it will not work. Vito this time decides not to push up anymore. It almost worked, but not well enough. And again, Walker's playing way too aggressive on the island. He's currently throwing the rounds a little bit. Paralyzed getting naded over to 1 HP. They'll all get shut down. And again, a 1v4 situation. This time for Diggy. He's in a better position though. He's already took out Chuck. To move up. Gets Mario. The run is one too many, yet again, and Bangbus will be taking over. Do not forget, it was 4-1 in Team Kones' favor, and it's now 5-4 to Bangbus. Bangbus really bringing it back, and they're definitely anxious to push it to a third and final map, which will be on Cannon, but we still have 5 rounds to work with. 4 actually, so let's see how that pans out. Mario with the fake peeks coming in. Oh, he spots the appointment, gets paralyzed. Dicky is still there, but Julio cannot get the frag. He's gonna need some backup. It will be Chuck shutting down both Vito and Ropex. Dicky is moving out a little bit, actually trying to do a fake with that. Walker gets Julio. Zenova with the trade. It's just Dicky. Oh, but he can't get the kill on Zenova. He had the pre-aim, he had the pre-fire, but still could not shut him down. And yeah, it's pretty much Chuck. Well, obviously Chuck doing most of the work in the mid, allowing Bangbus to take control of the map. And then it's mainly, well, it's quite a joint effort from Bangbus at this point. And again, Mario with a frag. Is doing really well as appointment. We see Julio picked up the scope a few rounds ago. Also doing quite well. And the pressure now lies on Kones. They have currently lost 5 rounds in a row, and this might be the 6th as Zenova gets 2. One shuts down another. It's all on Vito. 1v4. He's gonna fall. 7-4 win for Bangbus. 6 rounds in a row. What a way to bring it back. And this will definitely send a chilling vibe over Team Kones before we are going to the third and final map on Cannon. Damn! That's quite a way to start it. So yeah, Cannon will be the final map. The scores have meanwhile been updated. There they are. 7-4 in India for Team Kones. 7-4 to Bangbus on Aslan. After it was a 4-1 lead to Team Kones. We're now going to Cannon. Cannon, a map where Bangbus is actually quite good at. Although I wouldn't be surprised to see Team Kones shine there as well. They know how to play fast. They have those scopes they can rely on. So this is going to be a heated battle, which I expect a minimum of 12 rounds, and judging there are 13 rounds to play, this is going to be a very, very close game. Meanwhile, in the chat as well, if you guys have suggestions on who, well, any callouts, who do you think is going to win these winner bracket finals, spam it in the chat. If you think Bangbus is going to win it, type 1. If you are rooting for Team Kones, type 2. Right, so we have a few minutes coming in. It looks like we're gonna have well, it's actually interesting to see Zenova leave. Zenova was playing so well, but I have a feeling that Bimbo King will be coming in for that third and final map. In the meantime, that gives me a little bit of time to talk about some other things, because obviously we have some stuff to discuss after the games. Most likely I'll do that, well, either of course after this game or after the loser bracket finals, but I'll come back on that in a few. Alright, so indeed, as I already expected, we see Bimbo King come in, although we also see Chuck leave, so I'm not sure what's the deal about that. Let's see if I can find out anything with the wire logins. Should be able to find out. Let's take a look. Right, Mario has returned, so everyone is in. Should be good to go. So yeah, what I was saying earlier on, after this game, I'll drop a few things because we have the results coming up of the March feedback form. We're gonna wait a little bit more, so I'll have some more time to talk about that. The March feedback form, what we're gonna talk about is the cup starting times, the transmogrification, the cosmetic gun skins. We have the 1-on-1 and 2-on-2 rules, whether that's time or score. And I think, oh yeah, and the EU versus NA split server rule. Those things will be up to discuss. Well, not to discuss, they have been discussed already, but I'll be giving you guys the final answer on it with the percentages and obviously what we as the admin team decided to do with it. So that's coming up after this game. I'll make sure that I'll have the info ready as we now head in live. We actually have Bangbus on the EU side. They'll start there. And the NRF, of course, be taken by Team Kones. I'll quickly go over the players. We have Bangbus with Chuck MPF, which is Julio, Mario, Ron, and Bimbo King. And the NRF, we have Team Kones with Rawpex, Paralyzed, Diggy, Walkur, and Vito. That's all. Alright, so there we have everyone. Bimbo is still loading in. We don't see any gun changes so far. That's good to see. What a solid push coming out from Bangbus already over at the one side. While 4 players have gathered there as Bimbo is still loading in. And that will give Team Kones a little bit of a break. Although Walker gets hit quite significantly. Is already down to half HP. To play a bit back. Chuck gets the first. The Walker hold on there. No, it will actually be Mario who shuts down Vito. Walker has to push out. Misses a shot. And that's going to cost them. It's a 3v2. Ron, what is Ron doing? He hears Rawpex. He's gonna get the kill. That could be important. It's now all on Paralyzed. He will get Mario. And obviously this will call the rotate for Bangbus. Paralyzed should realize that as well. The question is, will they be in time? Julio is in the mids. Can he get the frag onto Paralyzed? Yes, he does. The first round goes to Bangbus.
commended.
And yeah, it was pretty much the one side that wasn't able to hold on. A lot of pre-fires coming out. Walker being unable to get... Well, he only got one pick, so wasn't able to get the picks that he needed to get in order to win that round. Now yet again, he's also missing his shots. And that's definitely not helping them. Especially if we see Julio pushed up so far towards 2. It's only Rawpax defending that. It's a really risky setup. Paralyze is now coming in though. Let's go to him. Actually not, because the main push is happening over at one side, although Vito will shut that down. Spotted Bimbo King. He falls to Paralyze too. And it's all on Run. Who's 1 HP? Oh, yeah, Run could only get 1. There was not much he could do with 1 HP. Team Kones is going to even up the scores. It is 1-all, and as I said, we are going to see a very, very close game here in the Winter Bracket Finals.
Operation success.
Oh, you have a death round?
Your efforts are commended.
Alright, we have a death round coming in. We have 1 dead round per map, if I'm not mistaken. So that should be fine. Let's move over to the dead rounds. Let's take a look. Alright, so we get back in. A little bit of explanation coming in there as far as the ping issues that Julio has. It's really odd for him, because the issues that he has is usually he's playing about 30 to 40 ping, but at some maps he just has 130 ping, and if he restarts he suddenly has 1 ping again, so it makes no sense whatsoever. But that's how it works.
Come on, team, forgive!
Operation success. Return to main base.
So everyone has needed, at least for Team Kones. Now we will see Bangbus do that. Let's see if we can get a good angle on that. Actually see Julio rejoining. Okay. Let's see if the issues have been resolved. Does not look like it, to be fair. Nope. So I'll have to play as it is. So let's take a look at Ron Tally as he's going to move up in the mid. We see Paralyzed playing in the connector too. Mario almost getting surprise naded. But will Paralyzed spot him? He has to defend 2 angles here, so he's not in the best of position. He has already allowed Mario to walk through. And Mario gets the frag on Rawpax. 2 side immediately is open with that. And with Paralyzed also fallen, 2 side has been opened. Walker shut down by Ron. Ron walks back. Can he get another on Dicky? He gets Dicky. That's 3. And Vito! That's 4! Run! Going massive this round as he gets the 4K. Very well done. I think... Did he? No, he got 3. Sorry. A little bit overexcited, but Ron got the 3k frag there. Correction has been made. He's doing a good portion of work there to win the round for Bangbus. I mean, what Bangbus will be looking at though is to get 4 rounds on attack. They're well on their way to do so. They're at least on schedule. Well, that peak has spotted Vito. Look at Paralyze. He's playing so far up in the mid. He will get shot by Ron. But now, how is this defense going to hold on? One side is... Look at this sub. It's crazy how many people are in there. And how they only barely hold on. But yeah, Bimbo has control of 2 side. They know that Dickie's the last player. And they know that he's at 1. And Bimbo will get that frag. Well played by Bangbus. But that setup from Team Kones in 1 was so weird. They had 3 players pretty much in crossfire position, but they were not able to hold on to it as well. I mean, you had 3 players there. 2 players of Bangbus were pushing it. But Walker with a spaz. What? That's an interesting weapon of choice. But he's good to go with that, obviously. Let's take a look now as Paralyze is playing far up in 2. Vito now has to rotate. The push is happening at Rawpex. He gets Bimbo. Here's the other player. Why did he reload there? He had more than enough ammo to shut down the final player. Vito, though, will get the final kill onto Julio. But it could have been over sooner if Rawpex played that more clever. It is still a 3-2 lead for Bangbus, but we see Team Kones still holding in, applying a lot of pressure. Yeah, as we know, this is most likely going to a 12th or 13th round. See Mario shutting down Paralyzed. Nobody is there in 2 side. Mario gets the second. Sweet headshot on Walker. Dickie, however, is coming behind. What can he do? He can shut down an entire Bangbus team. If he's on point, he gets 2, as Julio does not know where to look. But Chuck comes in to save the day. They really need to run then. Get some damage in on Rawpex. Vito will come from behind. It's a 2v2 situation. Rawpex is lit. Bimbo's full. Vito's slightly tagged. Oh, Bimbo even nades out Rawpex. They know where Vito is. Chuck's gonna get him as he pushes up. And another good round by Bangbus, but quite a defensive mistake as well for Team Kones. They should have never allowed Bangbus to get into 2 sides so easily. We know that it's fairly difficult to retake it, but you don't want just one guy defending 2 side, especially when he's not even in the side. And again, well, this is a better setup though by Bangbus, although it completely fails. But it is a 3v4 situation. Only Chuck falls, but he takes 2 players down with him. And it's going to make the retake a lot easier. Because again, they're coming from 2 sides. It's just Walker who's there in a good position. Vito nades out his teammate. How unfortunate. Vito will only get 1 frag, but with Bimbo getting the final kill on Walker, what just happened? It was... well, it depended pretty much on Walker getting those frags, not allowing anyone to come in. First of all, he didn't get a frag. Second of all, he allowed him to come in. And then third, we see Vito making the team nade kill. Ouch. That's unfortunate. And now, we have a complete different... well, a possibly different outcome of the game. We expected it to be fairly close, but it looks like Bangbus might be pushing through. Although the defensive setup from Bangbus is fairly slim over at 1 side, it's just Julio who's inside there. He has to watch 2 angles. If he's gonna get shut down by Vito, it will be over. And he will get shut down straight away. Side has been taken. Walker's gonna come in. Oh, he sees the shot of Mario being tanked, but it's not going to matter. A good push coming out from Team Kones, as quite catastrophic defense for Bangbus, as they only had 1 player defending 1. And that's how you throw away the rounds. You cannot leave a side under defended like that. They now have 2 players there, Bimbo and Julio. That's a lot better. But they have nobody watching the mid, which is also fairly risky. But look at those pre-fires coming out by Paralyzed. He gets 2 kills. Oh, damn. Came out pre-firing a lot. Dropping the players fast. Mario, though, is still in there. Oh god. Paralyzed almost shooting his teammate there. But with Rawpex getting the frag on Mario, this could potentially be a round. No! Bimbo King shuts down 2 players against C4. It's a 2v2 situation. Bimbo and Paralyzed fight. But they've got bomb. And this could be crucial. We see Julio playing close. He has to get the frags. He cannot push out. But he knows he could potentially get pre-fired here. Unless he pre-fires himself, obviously. They have to get their picks. Although Paralyzed already seems to be waiting for it. Rawpex is full. But nobody seems to be willing to make a move yet. Let's take a look at Rawpex meanwhile. He will most likely be the person moving in. He throws a flash. He walks back a little bit. That was a little bit of a peek, but he allows Rawpex to waste his flash over there. Now comes out pre-firing a lot, gets that frag on Bimbo King. They could still have it. Julio walks around, but no, it will be Paralyzed getting the kill. And again, quite miraculously, Team Kones is going to hold on. After Bimbo King got that 2k spray down, it almost looked like they got it. But nothing less seems to be true. Team Kones is bringing it back. And we're now in round 10. We're at least going to round 11. But yeah, with the current trend, I most likely will be right. And we'll be going to a 12th or 13th round. So we see Vito now making 2 frags. He's trying to walk into the base. He will meet up with Chuck. Chuck is not watching him, but will still get the headshot. Chuck really has to hold in now. But yeah, if Chuck rotates too fast now, Team Kones can just go to one side, which is not even being defended. To get the kill. Yes, he shuts down Paralyzed. Again, important kill. But it doesn't look like Team Kones knows where the enemy team is at. They now know, but they know too late as Diggy falls with the C4. Rawpex comes in from behind though, but will run into Chuck. Chuck does an awful lot of damage, but does fall eventually. Now it's all on Mario and Bimbo King. Oh, but we see again Walker missing his shots. Really crucial at this point how he keeps missing the shots. Score-wise, he's not going well either. Currently bottom fragging for his team. But how much has Rawpex left? He is 1 HP. He most likely will get shut down through the smoke. He's gonna throw a flash. There's no way for him to come in. He'll have to walk around and possibly pick up that scope from Walker. But this is a tough one. He knows if he can win this round, it's pretty much Team Kones in favor. Although it is very much likely that Bangbus is going to win it. Rawpex now going to move in. Oh, he can't get the kill on Mario. Bangbus secures round 10. This could be it. Will this be the final round? Bangbus just needs one more to secure that sweet win on Cannon and move on to the grand finals. We've already been live for an hour as we're slowly approaching the result of this map. And again, Walker keeps missing his shots and Chuck gets the 2k. Bimbo moves on. Chuck now finally shot down though. Ron's gonna walk down in mid with a scope. Finally, Walker finds a frag. He's 1 HP. Will he get shot down by Mario? Oh, he will get shot down by Bimbo King as he pushes out too far. It's a 2v2 situation. They know where both of the Bangbus players are at. Bimbo King comes out pre-firing. No, he falls to Rawpex, but he manages to get both of the Team Kones players low. Mario comes in behind, has the C4. This could be it. This is going to be it. It's all on Rawpex. He picks up the scope. If he gets this frag, Team Kones has not been eliminated yet. Oh, he missed the shot. It will be Mario with the 1v2. And yet again, in true fashion, all games end 7-4, but it will be Bangbus